timer when you're ready. Knitting is a fun activity and it's easy to learn. All you need to get started is a ball of yarn and a pair of knitting needles. Once the domain of grandmothers, knitting has become a trendy pastime for people of all ages, including celebrities such as Julia Roberts, Cameron Diaz, and Winona Ryder. To begin, you need to add a slip knot to a knitting needle. To make a slip knot, make a loop with your yarn, making sure that the strand that's connected to the ball is hanging down behind the loop. Insert the tip of the needle into the loop behind the yarn and out the loop again. Gently pull the yarn in the opposite directions to tighten the stitch around the needle. Again, to make a slip knot, make a loop with the yarn, ensuring that the strand that is attached to the ball is hanging down behind the loop. Insert the needle into the loop and behind the yarn and out through the loop. Gently pull the yarn in opposite directions to tighten the stitch around the needle. You are now ready to cast on the rest of your stitches. To cast on, hold the needle containing the slip knot in your right hand. Wrap the strand of yarn connected to the ball around your left thumb, clockwise from front to back. Use the fingers of your left hand to hold the strand of yarn connected to the ball loosely in your palm. Insert the tip of the needle between your thumb and the strand of yarn from bottom to top. Remove your thumb from the yarn and gently pull on the strand of yarn to tighten the stitch. Repeat these steps for every stitch you want to cast on. Again, wrap the strand of yarn connected to the ball of yarn around your left thumb clockwise from front to back. Use the fingers of your left hand to hold the strand of yarn connected to the ball loosely in your palm. Insert the tip of the needle between your thumb and the strand of yarn from bottom to top. Remove your thumb from the loop and gently pull the strand of yarn to tighten the stitch. Repeat these steps for every stitch that you want to cast on. You are now ready to begin to knit. The knit stitch is the most basic of the knitting stitches and is represented by the letter K on a knitting pattern. To knit, hold the needle containing the stitches in your left hand. Hold the empty needle in your right hand. Insert the tip of the right needle into the front of the first stitch on the left needle from left to right. The right needle is behind the left needle and the tips of the needle form an X. Wrap the yarn that's connected to the ball around the tip of the right needle, counterclockwise from back to front once. Slide the tip of the right needle and the wrapped yarn back through the stitch and towards you. The right needle will now be in front of the left needle and will hold the new stitch. This is your new stitch. Slip the original stitch off the left needle, tighten, and you have knit your first stitch. Again, insert the tip of the right needle into the next stitch on the left needle from left to right. Wrap the yarn connected to the ball around the tip of the right needle from back to front counterclockwise. Slip the tip of the right needle back through the stitch towards you. The right needle will now be in front of the left needle and will hold the new stitch. This is your new stitch. Slide the yarn off the left needle and you've knit your next stitch. Continue this until all the stitches on the needle are knit. When you knit, you can make an array of knitted items such as hats and gloves and purses and scarves. This is a sweater that I knit for my granddaughter Molly. With lots of practice, you too will be able to make beautiful items for yourself and your family. Happy knitting!